What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. I've said it a couple of times before, and the way things are going, I'll probably end up saying it again. I cannot believe we are over a month into the actors' strike, and we are continuing to get casting updates about the Fantastic Four, because really, all of this went down and before the strike took place. That's exactly where we find today's update, coming from one of the most trusted industry insider sources in Charles Murphy. Some of you may be familiar with his editorial, Murphy's Multiverse. They ran a very interesting article today, what they called Fantastic Four Rumor Control, in which he addressed two specific roles coming from his own sources, Vanessa Kirby and Sue Storm, and what he's currently saying about Joseph Quinn, details for both when one signed and concept art for the other. We're breaking it all down, the latest to turn for the Fantastic Four casting rumors for Vanessa Kirby and Joseph Quinn. But first, guys, I am so excited to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. It's an online community of thousands of classes and members who come together to draw inspiration and take the next step in their creative journey. It's a place to be inspired, learn new skills, and put them to use in impactful ways. Now, guys, when I first started YouTube, I needed a ton of skills and all at once, and I had 1,000 questions about how to make thumbnails, use video editing software, even how to set up a microphone and do audio. Skillshare has classes in every single topic you can imagine, no matter what you're dreaming about to do creatively, maybe as a side hustle, maybe even as a new career. Skillshare has a class for you. I have learned so many skills over the last 4 years that you have seen me put to use right here on this YouTube channel. Where recently, the last class I took was in VFX. It was original VFX and After Effects. I hope to actually pair it with my band, but that's just one example, again, of the thousands of classes you can find. So no matter what you're dreaming about and doing creatively, Skillshare has the classes for you. And for the next 1,000 people who go ahead and sign up using the link down below, you're gonna get the first month free. So no more excuses. What are you waiting for? Today is the day. You've always wanted to learn how to do something. Skillshare has the class that's going to go at your own pace and teach you the skill you're looking for. Go ahead and sign up again using the link, get 1 month free, and thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Okay, so again, for context, as we mentioned briefly during the prologue, this was an article put out late today on Murphy's Multiverse. I will leave a link down to the source article in the description. They go on to report, quote, Vanessa Kirby's name was one that made a few trips through the rumor mill, seemingly ebbing and flowing in the opposite direction of Margot Robbie's. Over the last week, though, Kirby's name popped back up with several different scoopers indicating that she had landed the role of Susan Storm, and news reached us that corroborates that info. From what we've heard, however, Kirby is the only actor believed to have actually agreed to the deal before the SAG strike. Now, I saw this re-reported in some places that she was the only actor who actually signed a contract, but this is the genesis point of today's news. This is the actual article, and all he's saying is that she's the only one to have agreed in principle before the SAG strike. It is extremely unlikely that they were able to agree and then get all the contracting done and set in stone. That's something that won't take place until the SAG-AFTRA strike is up, and then hopefully they can push forward with solidifying the rest of the team. Speaking of which, and this is a huge bombshell coming from, again, Charles Murphy over at Murphy's Multiverse, when they go on to talk about Stranger Things breakout star Joseph Quinn. They report, quote, it sounds like Quinn is the choice for Johnny Storm. Concept art of the actor as Human Torch has been spotted, we hear, and is expected to close a deal once Hollywood returns to business as usual. Now, he goes on to make two important distinctions in the rest of this article. Number one, he acknowledges that this isn't new ground, so to speak. He's just trying to add his support for what's already been out there. And keep in mind, guys, someone like Charles Murphy, who has his own editorial Murphy's Multiverse, who's been around since the days of the Infinity Saga, has quite the track record he's built for himself. So we're going to put a lot more stock and reverence in this than, say, your anonymous Reddit 4chan link. So that's why it's extremely interesting when he says that concept art has been spotted. That means that there have been enough talks and discussions, or at least looking at this actor, for them to go ahead and render that out. Super interesting, but also indicates that there's at least something more going on than just the rumors that this actor's in the running. But while that is super exciting, but he also goes on to mention that because of what's going on with SAG, and the fact that nobody knows when it's going to be over, that this strike could end up posing problems for the actors, specifically Joseph Quinn, who he mentions might have a scheduling conflict depending, again, when the strikes can be resolved. And that's one thing I want to take a step further, because he mentions it in passing, but it is definitely something to keep in mind. Say you were working on Daredevil Born Again this summer, and you had another job lined up for a future production. Now, when this strike comes off, they're going to expect you to return to work. at Daredevil Born Again, but you might now be overlapping with another job you had hoped to take. And in some cases, you know, people are going to have to pass on certain projects. There's going to be overlap there. But for actors, they may have commitments coming up for films that weren't ready to film yet, which will preclude them from taking on any new projects. And perhaps that's what he's mentioning here. Regardless, and as I say in every video, because we talk about the strike quite often now at the channel, and we'll continue to until it resolves, guys, I really hope that whenever this is resolved, these actors can feel really good about returning to work, the writers as well, and feeling like they got a deal that takes care of them. In the meantime, guys, it really looks like we've got at least half of our Fantastic Four: Vanessa Kirby as Susan Storm, Invisible Woman, and Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, Human Torch. Whomever's going to end up getting Reed Richards, Dev Patel, Matt Smith, Adam Driver, any of the names we've heard, and the Thing is yet to be seen, but hopefully, fingers crossed, they can get to this live presentation of the cast maybe next year at San Diego Comic-Con during the summer, maybe even at the end of this year for D23, which looks like for now it's pressing forward, and that would be just next month. So my hopes for there being a Marvel presentation there gets thinner by the day. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments, how you feel about these two castings and who you got in the role of Reed Richards and the Thing. I'm all ears as always. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff here at the channel. We are still giving away PlayStation 5s until they switch over to the PlayStation 5 Pro, and if some of the recent release rumors are true, we're doing at least 3, maybe even 4 giveaways between now and the end of the year. So better than every other month. All you have to do to be entered to win, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button, and shoot, if you click on my videos and watch them, like 60% of you do multiple videos a day, and you haven't clicked, no worries, I get it, but my statistics are telling me some of you have watched upwards of almost 100 videos and still haven't subscribed, which is fine. I realize I do it too, but this is just my kind invitation. If maybe you used to be subbed or got unsubbed by YouTube, or maybe you've watched my videos for years and still haven't subbed, now would be the time, and might as well, because it'll enter you to win the PlayStations. Comment on this video. More videos you comment on, because it's truly random, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will always be announced at the end of videos, live with my voice and the comments shown on screen. So please be safe, guys, on my channel, really any other channel. Remember, anybody can take anybody else's profile picture, claim to be that content creator, tell you you've won a prize, and then try to get you to pay for shipping, which used to happen on the platform all the time. Apparently, YouTube has intervened at this point. We haven't seen it in a while. Just remember to stay safe on any platform and never give out your information on a third-party app like WhatsApp or Telegram. No YouTuber, myself included, will ever ask you to pay for shipping. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at @AmFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes under the name AllFires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking the channel out, thanks for checking my music out as well. Stick around, we'll be posting again real soon.